this hotel, trying to find some peace alone.
Canoe sailing is something that's been going for a long time, since about 1875, and the canoes have changed dramatically in that time. We had our first World Championship in 1938 in Sweden, and in the modern era they started again in 1961 with the first Worlds after the war at Hayling Island Sailing Club. The canoes have changed very recently. We went back in 2009 to a development rule where the boats are now 50 kilograms all up weight and have a minimum width on the waterline of 750 millimeters. We're really pleased to come to Pwllheli this year for our World Championship, and we've attracted entries from all around the world, which is fantastic to see. We've got just shy of 60 boats here competing this week. We're hoping we're going to get some good conditions, medium winds. It'll be nice with 1 or 2 stronger days. And the competition I think is very much open this year. There's quite a few people I could see who could win it.
Show you through my boat today. It's GBR 339. It's a Morrison IC design. Morrison 3, which is the latest design being built by C12 Boats. The builder, Rob Bell and Steve Clark, they're both IC competitors and are here this week as well. So to walk you through my boat, let's say one of the primary features of this design is the wave piercing bow. It's a very fine entry which is needed in the waves that we're experiencing here at Pwllheli. We use a jib boom configuration on the jib to keep the tension on the leash of the jib. With this system, keeps the leash tension as the sail comes out, keeps the tension on this edge of the sail. It's a self-tacking jib, so it goes from each side. Then walking back on this design, we've used a carbon fibre stump here, so the gooseneck and the pressures through the boom are actually transmitted directly into the hull rather than through the mast as conventionally seen on majority of the ICs here. Also the gooseneck is situated slightly behind the pivot point of the kick-in, so that as the boom travels out, it actually releases some of the pressure within the kicker, which is one less control you have to worry about going downwind. What I've tried to do on this boat, I've only actually sailed it half a dozen times, but I've tried to keep it as simple as possible. You can get quite carried away with international canoes with the amount of controls, so although they look quite busy within the boat, this one is quite simple, and I've kept the controls to a minimum. One of the primary elements of an international canoe is the sliding seat, which makes it quite different to any other dinghy on the water out there. This means that the person sailing is actually situated out here, which is over 2 meters from the edge of the boat. So you're actually seated right out this far out from the boat when you're actually racing the boat. When you change tacks, you literally slide the seat to the opposite tack. There's no pulley system or anything holding it in place. It's purely held in place by pressure. The carriage where the seat sits also moves fore and aft, and in some of the waves that we're experiencing here at Pwllheli, we certainly need to have the carriage quite a way back on the boat to keep the bows clear of the waves. We've got quite a sharp chop out there, and It's probably the furthest back I've had to sit on an international canoe in a few years on these.